Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Gitasha Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 23rd of September. India signs deal to buy 36 Rafale fighter jets from France. Prominent Baloch leader says considering formation of government-in-exile. And now for all the details. India on Friday signed $1 billion worth deal with France to buy Rafale fighter jets. It is considered to be India's first major acquisition of fighter planes in last 2 decades.
Indian Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar and his French counterpart Jean-Yves Le Drian signed the $8.7 billion deal for New Delhi to acquire 36 Rafale fighter jets. Drian arrived in New Delhi on Thursday night to ink the deal along with the CEO of Dassault Aviation, the makers of Rafale jets. The first Rafale warplanes are slated to be delivered roughly within 18 months of the signing of the final contract. The fighter jets will also be equipped with cutting-edge, long-range, state-of-the-art missiles such as Meteor and Scalp. The features that make the Rafale a strategic weapon in the hands of the Indian Air Force include its beyond visual range Meteor air-to-air missile with a range in excess of over 93 miles. Scalp, a long-range air-to-ground cruise missile with a range in excess of around 186 miles, also gives India an edge over its adversaries.
I am pleased to inform you that India has signed an agreement for procurement of 36 Rafale aircraft with weapon systems, with 5 years complete spares and maintenance, performance-based logistics, Indian enhanced special provisions, achievement which I think will give Indian Air Force the required potency in terms of penetration and capabilities.
The signing of the deal comes 16 months after Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced India's plans to buy 36 Rafale fighter aircrafts in flyaway condition during his trip to France. The acquisition is part of a $150 billion military overhaul India has launched, drawing global arms makers into one of the world's most promising markets.
Staying on news from India, heavy rains in India's southern Hyderabad city have brought normal life to a halt. Incessant showers over last couple of days have left many parts of the city and neighbouring areas submerged in water.
Normal life in Hyderabad city of India's southern Telangana came to a grinding halt on Friday as heavy rains continued to pound the metropolis. Telangana and its neighbouring Andhra Pradesh province have been lashed by heavy rains for days now due to a cyclonic circulation over west, central and northwest Bay of Bengal. Parts of Hyderabad resembled a river as water from overflowing lakes and drains gushed through the streets. Traffic movement was affected and residents were seen wading through waist-high water in some areas. Telangana government has shut down schools for 2 days starting Friday and private companies told their employees to work from home.
In Telangana state also it is expected that under the influence of this well-marked low pressure there is likelihood of widespread rainfall activity during next 5 days, and also there is likely to be 1 or 2 places isolated heavy to rather heavy rainfall in some districts.
Rail traffic too was disrupted and people were airlifted from several low-lying areas. Meanwhile, Indian Meteorological Department has warned of heavy to very heavy rains over the coming days. India's National Disaster Response Force has been summoned for help with rescue operations while the army has been put on standby.
Meanwhile, Baloch community of Pakistan's southwestern Balochistan province has been fighting for independence from Islamabad. A prominent exiled Baloch leader has stated that the community is mulling over to form a government in exile.
A prominent exiled Baloch leader, Khan of Kalat Amir Ahmad Suleiman Daud, in an interview has stated that members of the Baloch community are considering formation of a government in exile. Refuting the claims that Balochistan belongs to Pakistan, Daud stated that Balochistan existed before Pakistan was even formed and added that Islamabad forcefully annexed it with the help of its military. He also stated that the government in exile will make efforts to highlight the atrocities of Pakistan against the ethnic community and will continue its fight to achieve independence.
जो भी हमारे ममालिक जो हैं जहाँ हमारे को सपोर्ट है, वेदर वो यूरोप में है, वेदर वो इंडिया में है, वेदर वो यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में है या और अफ्रीकन बहुत से ममालिक हैं, अरब ममालिक हैं, सब में जाएंगे, उधर उनका एक रोल होएगा और वो उनको जो है जैसे कहेगा लॉबी कर सकेंगे और उनको जो है कन्विंस कर सकेंगे और मेरे ख्याल में वो दिन दूर नहीं है जब इंशाल्लाह सब हमारी सुनेंगे और हम इस चीज़ को इंशाल्लाह अचीव करेंगे.
Citing concerns regarding the China-Pakistan economic corridor in Balochistan, Daud said that the Baloch community does not have direct conflict with China, but the community will resist its presence as Balochistan is an occupied land.
बिल्कुल डेवलपमेंट ग्वादर में होएगा मगर विदाउट द बलोच, डेवलपमेंट बट नॉट विद द बलोच, विदाउट द बलोच, क्योंकि ये जो हज़ारों लाखों लोग जो बाहर से या पंजाब से या जिधर से आएंगे उसमें तो वो ग्वादर जो है उसके जो 60 या 70 हज़ार आबादी है वो तो माइनॉरिटी बन जाएगी, तो आप अपने घर में ही एक किस्म के बेघर हो जाओगे.
Various exiled leaders of the Baloch community have been voicing against Pakistan's human rights violations against the community in Balochistan.
Moving on to news from Afghanistan, hours after signing the draft peace agreement with Afghan government, militant group Hezb-e-Islami apologized to victims of Afghan civil war.
The Hezb-e-Islami, led by Gulbuddin Hekmatyar, apologized to the victims of the devastating civil war the group was involved in 1990s. This comes hours after it signed the draft peace agreement with the Afghan government in Kabul on Thursday. According to reports, a senior member of the group said that Hezb-e-Islami considers itself a member and a party of the people and that a special tribunal should be established to try those involved in war crimes, including any member of Hezb-e-Islami. The draft peace agreement with Hezb-e-Islami was signed during a ceremony in the capital after almost 6 months of negotiation between the Afghan government and the party. The agreement is expected to be signed by Afghan President Ashraf Ghani and Hezb-e-Islami leader Gulbuddin Hekmatyar.
Meanwhile, in Bangladesh, the death toll from a ferry sinking in Bangladesh reached to 26 after 2 more bodies were recovered on Friday. However, the bodies have not been identified yet. On Wednesday, a ferry with 50 people on board capsized in Sandhya River at Barisal district of Bangladesh after a huge slab of mud fell on top of the vessel while it anchored. With extensive inland waterways and poor safety standards, Bangladesh has an appalling record of ferry accidents, with casualties sometimes running into the hundreds. More on news from India. The northern province of Jammu and Kashmir in India is often rocked by militant activities and violence. However, in order to ease off tensions, authorities are organizing special camps to empower women, who are one of the most vulnerable sections of the society.
Large number of women gathered at a camp in Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir in India that was organized for boosting their morale. The initiative was taken by the provincial government in order to allay problems that women face in the region. Renowned women of the region came and shared their experiences, talked on how girls are proving their mettle across all kinds of profession, including politics, business and banks.
मैं नहीं बल्कि सारी वुमेन्स चाहती हैं कि ऐसे अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम्स यहाँ पर हों जिससे हम लोगों को सुरक्षा मिले, क्योंकि आप देख सकते हैं कि आजकल का एनवायरनमेंट कितना ख़राब हो चुका है। हम लड़कियों को इतनी पावर नहीं है कि हम अपने व्यूज़ सामने रख सकें, बट इन कमिंग जनरेशन वी आर गोइंग टू बी फर्स्ट।
The seminar was a part of the efforts by the provincial government to build up opportunities for youth, including women, to tap their potential and secure a level playing field in national and international arena.
International Seafood Show on Safe and Sustainable Indian Aquaculture begins in southern Andhra Pradesh. Delegates from across the world will hold discussions and technical sessions to share their experiences.
The port city of Visakhapatnam in southern Andhra Pradesh province will host a 3-day international seafood show from Friday. The 3-day-long event will see participation of 2,000 delegates from India and 200 from abroad. The event is aimed at discussing safe and sustainable Indian aquaculture and to highlight the technological advances and sustainable practices followed in capture and culture fisheries.
India is privileged to have 7,516 kilometers of the coastline with 2.37 million square kilometers of exclusive economic zone on the sea. That's a great advantage for this great country. We also have exclusive legal right to utilize all living and non-living products in the sea zone.
India's seafood industry is one of the leading suppliers of quality seafood to all major markets of the world. The objective of the biennial event will be on diversification of species, quality control, value addition and augmenting of infrastructure to improve exports.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. India signs deal to buy 36 Rafale fighter jets from France. Prominent Baloch leader says considering formation of government-in-exile. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. And that's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.